Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Pipe Report. So I'm going to make this short because I have a headache, and I've had it all day, and I need to lie down. But it's kind of important. The New York Times is defending a new journalist they hired. And I say the word journalist with air quotation marks. And then they defend her racist tweets. It turns out that this new journalist is highly racist. She is highly prejudiced against white people. And believe it or not, being prejudiced against white people, even though they're white, is still racism. Many people like to throw out the term reverse racism. There's no such thing as reverse racism. If you treat someone else solely based on the color of their skin, then that is racism. And that's exactly what is happening a lot with the regressive left, especially this new journalist that they hired. So, here is some of the article, then I'll show you some of the racist journalist's tweets. Apparently, it's tougher than it looks to find editorial writers without a history of racially charged tweets, judging from the recent experience of NYT. 6 months after giving the heave-ho to an opinion writer over her insensitive social media comments, the New York Times is standing by Sarah Zhang, its newly hired lead technology scribe on editorial side, despite the racist skeletons in her Twitter feed. Alright, let's look at some of them. Dumbass fucking white people, marking up the internet with their opinions like dogs pissing on fire hydrants. Oh man, it's kind of sick how much joy I get out of being cruel to old white men. Are white people genetically predisposed to burn faster in the sun, thus logically being only fit to live underground like groveling goblins? I dare you to get on Wikipedia and play things like white people can definitely take credit for. It's really hard. Hashtag cancel white people. Number 1, white men are bullshit. Number 2, no one cares about women. Number 3, you can threaten anyone on the internet except cops. I just realized why I can't stand watching Breaking Bad or Battlestar Galactica. The premise of both is just white people being miserable. White people have stopped breeding. You all go extinct. This was my plan all along. And here's some shorter ones, smaller text ones. Have you ever tried to figure out all of the things that white people are allowed to do that aren't cultural appropriation? That's literally nothing. Like skiing, maybe, and also golf. White people aren't even allowed to have polo. Did you know that? Like, don't you just feel bad? Why can't we give white people a break? The cross isn't for white people either. It must be so boring to be white. Not really sure. Looks like that was just being sarcastic, but there is a clear anti-white bias in this reporter. And the question I have, is that good for America? Now, the far left, the regressive left, the neo-Marxists, the postmodernists, they think so, because they see the white people as, I shouldn't say the white people, I should say they see white people, because if I say the white people, it means I'm separating them into their own little group, and, well, it's just going to cause a lot of controversy, but they see white people as people that are in their way. Do you remember a few months back when members of 4chan put "It's okay to be white" posters on college campuses? That news story went national. People were saying they were afraid of going to school, that it was clear neo-Nazi propaganda at that school, that just saying it's okay to be white is in itself racist, and it's dangerous because the evil white men want to kill us all. This is a very, very destructive mentality for them to have. And the New York Times, just like any other news organization, is losing ground. And now that they not only hired a clear racist, but they're now defending this racist, and her racist tweets are showing that they are in desperation mode, that they're trying to get back on top. They're trying to gain subscribers. Yet the complete opposite is going to happen. They're going to lose support. Because believe it or not, even people on the left who are white, they also get tired of hearing anti-white narratives. It only goes so far until they say, wait a second, this is bullshit. Me living at home has no relation to the oppression or to the alleged oppression of these minority groups. What have I specifically done that is racist? Yet I am being called racist strictly because I'm white. I am being called an oppressor strictly because I'm white. And they're going to wake up. It almost seems like, yesterday I did a video on MSNBC covering QAnon. It almost seems like the mainstream media are proactively trying to destroy their credibility, more so than they already have. But they are proactively trying to end their status as news organizations. They're proactively trying to get people to leave them. I mean, I'm all for that. I definitely am, but it seems very, very insane from a marketing standpoint that you not only hire racists, you defend them. But hey, who knows? When it comes to the New York Times, I don't put anything past them at all. But yeah, very, very interesting story by the New York Times, and very interesting of them to defend a well-known racist. For reasons I have no idea, but they're doing it, and they're only going to hurt themselves. And I'm done.